Now, One America's John Hines sat down with Congressman Devin Nunes for an exclusive interview following his reception of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Take a look.
Congressman Devin Nunes, I know that the president presented you with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Could you talk about that experience a little bit, perhaps what the president said to you and how it was going through that?
Well, first of all, it's really an award for my constituents. It's an award for the Republican members of the Intelligence Committee who had to stand through all this, and the staff who largely go unnoticed, many of whom have been attacked publicly by the media also. So, I'm grateful for the award. It's a tremendous honor to receive the award, but I just want to make sure the right people get the credit, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the people of San Joaquin Valley in California. And of course, there were a lot of people who did all of the work. And my remarks today, I still said there's still a lot of work to be done because American people are losing faith in our institutions, and if justice isn't served on these 14 criminal referrals that I've made, I'm not sure that people will ever get back. You'll have half of America who is not going to trust the Justice Department or the FBI, which is not a good place for the country to be.
You mentioned the work of your committee. Of course, you were chairman. You brought forth a lot of information regarding the Russian collusion narrative. And is this
hoax?
The hoax, yes, of course. And is this, in your estimation, a recognition of that work and your committee's work by the president?
Yeah, I mean, the president was pretty clear in his remarks that it's the biggest scandal in American history. And we didn't know that when we first started. I just knew that there was something wrong because I knew how weak the Obama administration had been on Russia. So to turn around and start to accuse people of being Russian agents when I had been reviewing all the intel, we had been concerned about Russia for a long time, largely when ignored back in 2016. So when they turned around and all of a sudden we're talking about Trump campaign colluding with Russians, and I helped out on that campaign, on the Trump campaign in 2016. And I always made the joke that the campaign was so small, there would be no one to collude with Russians. And no one thought that Donald Trump was going to win back in 2016. So we kind of knew that there was something wrong, but of course I never knew it would turn into what it did. I didn't know there would be this much corruption at the highest levels of many institutions. It's not just the FBI and DOJ, you've got Department of State involved, Department of Defense. You also have the media involved in this, and of course you have the Democratic Party and political operatives that perpetuated this hoax and continue to perpetuate this hoax on the American people, who have never taken responsibility for this malfeasance. And that's, I think, even more concerning. It's continuing to erode people's trust in institutions, and for a democratic republic to survive, you have to have trust in the institutions themselves so that no matter what the results are, people know it was fair and an equal process. And that's what people don't believe right now.
A fair and equal process, you mentioned that it's continuing. Is the presidential award, is this a way of maybe drawing attention to this, to Americans who maybe haven't been paying attention?
The president has been very public for the last couple of years that he wanted to award me the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And I believe what he wanted to do is he wanted to give the award after completion of the Durham investigation. But of course, that seems to keep going on and on and on. And so in November, he asked when I wanted to receive it, which is very kind. And I wanted to make sure that at least my wife and children could be here. And I wanted to be able to invite the staff, because some of the staff that worked on the Russia team, some have been off to other places, so I want to make sure people had plenty of time to get here and be part of the ceremony.
Congressman Devin Nunes, thank you very much for talking to us. Congratulations on this award, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, John. Thanks a lot.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.